Hey, there are 4 things that we found that people love and hate about the Springs. My name is Derek Wagner.
I am Mariana Wagner. We were with the Artisan Group at Keller Premier Realty.
And we're going to share the top 4 things that people love and hate about our city.
You're going to talk about how the ones that we love.
Yep.
And I will be the Debbie Downer.
Oh.
Wah, wah. While drinking out of my New York City cup, because, why not?
Well, one of the best things that people love about our city is our climate.
Yes.
It is fantastic. First of all, there's 300 days of sunshine, so if you're solar panel powered, this is the place to live. We're also really mild climate, which people don't realize when they get here. I work with a lot of folks who are coming from out of state. They get here and they think we're going to have 14, 15 feet of snow every year, and they get here and they quickly realize that the snow melts almost as soon as it hits the ground.
Which leads me into my first thing people don't like about the Springs is how manic our weather really is. I mean, overall, it's great, wonderful climate, but on an hourly basis, it's windy and snowy right now. And I don't know, several hours ago, I was in shorts.
I've literally had a sunburn and took a picture of myself while snow was blowing sideways the same day.
Yeah.
So one of the things that because we have great climate, people love our outdoor activities.
Oh, hiking,
Yep.
biking.
Yep, everybody seems to be working out all the time, so you can go on runs. We just have tons and tons of outdoor activities. And not only that, we're super close to all of the ski towns.
So you can do a day trip. You can get up in the morning, you can go to Breckenridge, spend the whole day skiing, and come home at a reasonable hour, sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, and we're also just a short jot away from the National Forest, kind of by Rye, Colorado.
However, we don't have water. So
Yes.
So our outdoor activities are all the things you can do on the ground. Pueblo has a reservoir. So we all in Colorado Springs, we either go down to Pueblo
Or
up to Denver. There's a few reservoirs, but we don't really have water. That said, there are water sport activities to the north and south of us. So
Yes, paddleboarding and
things like that for sure.
Yeah. Also, around the outdoor activities, people love our sceneries. It's very tough to.
You can't beat it.
Yeah, it's very tough to unsee Pikes Peak and not to just be in awe of it. And when you get here, if people land in DIA airport all the time.
You can see the Pikes Peak from the airport
As
in
they're
Denver.
driving from DIA, they go, "Oh my gosh, is that Pikes Peak?"
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
Yes. And
wow.
then you drive and you just
And
get
just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, it's absolutely majestic and people love it.
And so, when people move here, we often ask, do you want to be in the mountains or do you want to see the mountains? Because we offer both. If you're out on the Eastern Plains, you get this fantastic panoramic 360 degree or 180. I don't know how many degrees it is. Didn't do well in math. Of the whole Front Range. You can even see the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. You can see all these peaks and it's gorgeous. Or you can have the opportunity to live in the mountains, in the foothills where a lot of Colorado Springs actually is. And there you get to experience the mountains more, like the bears. And going along with that too is because we are right in the foothills of the mountains, we have a very high altitude. So Denver is a mile-high city. We're higher than that. We're higher than that to the point where I think we're like 6,035 feet, something.
That's downtown.
That's downtown.
Here at our house, we're on the north end of town, kind of up against the mountains, and we're at 67.
Yeah, we're closer to 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
Now, anytime you go above 5,500 feet, you have to worry about altitude sickness. It affects some people more than others. And if you're just visiting, it can wreak havoc on you for sure.
It's probably one of the biggest problems people with health issues have when they move to Colorado Springs, or that they live in Colorado Springs and they find a lot of relief moving out of Colorado Springs. So I think people really underestimate the altitude. I mean,
the impact.
Right.
And for growing too.
Right. And really this is why we have and why we are Olympic City, why we have the Olympic Training Center here, is if you train in altitude, you go down to sea level, you're like the bionic man. I mean, our son performs with the San Francisco Ballet Company, and we have to go to San Francisco quite often, and we can walk like
forever
for days, you
because
know.
we have the lung capacity of someone who came from airless Colorado Springs.
Yeah, so it's pretty fantastic. But people really do tend to underestimate the
Yeah.
altitude until they get here. They're like, wow, I'm winded.
And I'm going to give you a hint. If you're coming to visit, start 2 weeks before your visit and drink more water than you ever thought you'd need. If you're like, I think I need to drink 32 ounces of water, no, you need probably 64.
And as soon as you get here, go up the Manitou Incline.
No. No.
How many military bases
I
do
think
we
we
have
have
here?
5
We have 5 military bases here.
installations.
Yeah, so we are very military friendly.
Extremely.
Yeah, and people really appreciate it, especially the military. You know, all of our, you know, you go anywhere, it's like, are you
There's military
military? Do you have
discounts.
military discount?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a lot of military friendly businesses here, a lot of veteran owned businesses here.
Lots of them. A lot of
Mhm.
people will retire here from
Yeah.
the military because Fort Carson was one of their favorite bases that they
Yeah.
were stationed at.
Yep, and then the Air Force Academy, they have a lot of nostalgia around it because they went to the Air Force Academy as a kid, so they
Mhm.
wanted to come back here and retire.
Yep.
So yeah, we have a lot of military, and we're very, very, very military friendly.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing, and I kind of saved this one for last, there's at times a lot of traffic in Colorado Springs, but there is perspective that comes with it. If you've been in Colorado Springs for a long time, it's very irritating. If you're just moving here from a larger city, you wouldn't even notice because for us, yes, it's very traffic heavy.
Congested. However, I would say often I get people from out of state, and
Dallas.
they tell me, you know, where they're going to work, and one of the requirements is they don't want to be more than 30 minutes from their work, from where they live, and that's almost the entire city. But I would say almost anywhere. You can get almost anywhere in 30 minutes.
My question is, between going northbound on I-25, between downtown and Fillmore, it always seems congested for absolutely no reason.
No reason. That's the weirdest thing. And there's a little turn in I-25, but
Tiny
it's
bit.
like, but it's like, why is there?
There's 3 lanes.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
all of a sudden
accident,
just
and all of a sudden
slow
everyone's like,
down.
"Oh."
It's the weirdest thing.
It is. But
So
that's
weird.
just, a little phenomenon I've had. But I think ultimately the traffic can get bad from time to time, but from a perspective, it is not like big city.
Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Please share it with your friends and family.
Leave a comment on what you love about the city or what you don't like about the city. I'd love to add to this list.
I would too.
Thank you.